Good afternoon. Welcome, Senate Rules. We've had a long day on the floor, and I hope to move it a little quicker here. Without any advance notice, Senator Jones, would you do our devotion? Yeah, sorry about that. Thank you.
Thank you. We bow our heads, please. Thank you, Father, for giving us the opportunity to come together to do the business for people for the state of Georgia. Give us the wisdom and discernment to do what is right for our fellow citizens, and also to honor you as we go about our business today in the Georgia State Senate. Thank you. Amen.
Thanks, Senator. All right, we're going to go into standing committee. We got a couple bills, and I'm going to change the order, and we're going to do Senate Bill 221 first. That's my bill.
Wow. Never thought I'd be able to sit in this chair when Senator Mullis was still alive.
Yeah, me either.
Is it warm? It is toasty. I recognize the chairman of this committee, Senator Mullis, if you would please present your bill to us.
Thank you, Mr. President. This bill is referred to as the Political Expenditure Transparency Act. The outside influence of dark money has always kind of bothered us. We see dark money in campaigns for us and campaigns against us, and I don't know about you, but I don't like it at all. This bill will shine a light on that cancer on our democracy. And it often confuses the very voters that we're trying to get their vote as what's being accomplished by all that dark money. The Political Expenditure Transparency Act shines a bright light on the dark money by forcing every dollar that is raised and every dollar that is spent to be disclosed, so that you know who sent it, who contributed, and then how it was spent. I'm sorry. Dadgummit.
All right.
I apologize for
Focus
that.
on business at hand.
Golly, I don't even know who it was. All right. That's my fault. I apologize, Mr. Chair. This is a nonpartisan bill. I wish it was a bipartisan bill, but I know that was probably not going to be happening, not only for the suspicious reason. But this nonpartisan bill will apply equally to Republicans and Democrats. That allows them to create a leadership campaign committees that has, again, contributions that are disclosed, and then expenditures that are disclosed completely. No more dark money in these committees. And once again, every dollar spent and raised will be disclosed. The Democrat Party in our leadership process can create these committees, and so can the Republicans. I'll be glad to answer any questions.
Any questions by committee members?
And we're just moving it, if voted out of here, to the calendar committee.
All right. Is there a motion to move this on to the calendar committee? All right. We got a motion by the pro tem and got a second by the majority leader. Any discussion? All in favor of moving on the calendar, raise your hand. Any opposed?
Thank you very much,
Unanimous
Mr. Chairman.
support. Thank you. No, I don't feel comfortable being in the big dog's seat when he's here.
I'm kidding. Thank you, everyone. I think did I leave my mask up there? No, I didn't. Okay, moving on. Hey, where's the agenda? Okay, Senate Bill 117 by Senator C. And I'm a little concerned about this bill being a privileged bill, a privileged resolution, but we're going to take care of you. Thank you.
If I may, I just want to take a minute to acknowledge and thank Butch Miller, Alexander, and anyway, I can't make out his name. And it looks like our governor, who gave me this 20 years 20 years of service, and I was overwhelmed because faithful service. And I share this because in my 20 years, I've never had a privilege resolution sent to rules. So, Mr. Chairman, respectfully, I really don't know what to say other than it is a resolution, and I don't know if the committee has it already, but I know in my district, I've been serving that district for more than 20 years because I did serve on
Now,
my
Senator,
local
were
board.
you expecting like a go watch? Because I was.
I was
And I didn't get it.
expecting, I was not even expecting this. So I couldn't expect anything, but if the leadership want to give me something for 20 years, I would love a car. Honda would help.
Honda?
It would really help, okay?
Well, you know, Honda is in the Bible. God said, let's all go in one accord.
One accord. Gotcha. And I'll take an accord. Whatever the gifts are, I'm open to receive. But I just wanted the privilege to add that one because I got several other privilege resolution here that I take to get framed before I present them. And I'm just waiting on this one. So whatever you ask, Mr. Chairman, I'm trying to respectfully.
The Democrat Party of
That's
Clayton
correct.
County.
I am commending the Democratic Party of Clayton County that rose up. Let me just say this. You all know I have health challenges and I was in my bubble and did not leave my street. But the young Dems reached out to me and they said, Senator, you've been around 20 years or more, and we want you to come and help rally the tribe. I would sit in my car or truck until my name is called. I'd go before the mic, try to rally the group, and I'd get back in my car and go back home, trying to social distance, stay safe, and those kinds of things. But they put forth an awesome effort to help turn Georgia blue, and I was proud of them and their efforts. And so I wanted to respectfully acknowledge them like I do so many of my constituents, and I submitted the resolution, and here I am before you today asking for the resolution to be let out. It is a
why
privilege.
Is that why you're wearing blue today? To
No,
commend you?
actually, it's for Ahmaud
Okay.
Arbery. And you all know Ahmaud Arbery's name. He was the one killed down there on the
Yeah,
coast.
bless his heart.
And that's why the blue ribbon. So
I
it's
gotcha.
not turned blue at all. It could be for both.
All right, let's do this. Need a motion? All right, second. Senator Miller. Any discussion? Any questions for the author? Senator Walker, what number are you back there? 7.
Mike 7.
Okay.
Senator C., appreciate you bringing this resolution today. I wanted to ask you about the compliance with the testing. Is it not true that we're all getting COVID tested twice a week to stay safe? In the Senate,
If you're asking me, it's my understanding everybody is supposed to get tested that are in the Senate, yes.
We know
Twice a week.
you're a leader in this, and that's why we're asking you, just for your commentary.
if I could ask a further question.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Chairman.
Sure.
Is it not true that we're trying to be diligent and wear masks and protect the health of our fellow colleagues?
If the senator so state, I think that everybody is complying.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you acknowledging that, Senator.
Yes, and I appreciate Georgia Tech and what they are doing. I mean, I try to get in here early, so on Mondays and Thursdays, I get tested.
Senator Miller?
Well, now that the subject's been broached, thank you, Senator. Senator, isn't it also true that we test about 500 people 2 times a week here at the Capitol?
If the senator so state, I do believe that's correct.
And that we encourage, in fact, require masks and encourage social distancing where possible and when possible?
Well, I just think that mandates go a whole lot further than encouragement, because there have been some who have literally held their mask up in their hand and showed it to me, but it wasn't on their face.
And isn't it also further true that while the state of Georgia is testing positive at over 11%,
Oh, Jesus.
the Capitol population is testing less than 3% positivity, and as of today, is probably less than 1% positivity?
I'm sure the senator knows of what he speaks.
We would also, then you would agree that we're doing something right.
Doing a lot right.
Well, that's good to
in
hear. I
that-
wish you had said that on WSB.
Well, they didn't ask me that question, but I'm glad you brought it up. But at least now I see we're doing 100%. So thank you all.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Praise the Lord.
Senator. Thank you for your leadership.
Thank you.
of
All
you.
right, thank you, y'all.
All right, hold it. All in favor, say aye. All opposed, say no. We're passing your bill out of committee.
Thank you so much, colleagues.
Senator Jackson, Senate Bill 125.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee. I present to you Senate Resolution 125. This is an encouraging resolution to have gender representation on all boards and senior management for Georgia companies and institutions. We all know that Georgia women represent 57% of the workforce. Georgia women represent 57% of our workforce, but less than 20% of women have seats on boards or senior managers in Georgia companies. This simple urging resolution asks that our companies in Georgia commit to increasing the gender diversity on boards of directors and senior managements. Now, when we say diversity, we're talking about women being on boards and women being in senior management, because they're our most precious resource besides our children. Mr. Chairman, members of the committee, with that, and I want to thank you for Senate Resolution 62 for the Olympian Tommy Smith also. Thank you. With that
Oh, yes,
amendment.
yes. Any question for the author? I should have handled that other one differently. Any questions? Hearing none. Need a motion? All right, got a so move and a second by Senator Miller, a motion by Senator Butler. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. All opposed say no. Hearing none. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, members of the committee.
All right, Rose, you're here for the calendar. Okay, good deal. All right. All righty, let's look at this. We got some bills to pick from today. Kind of like Butch told me the other day. He's a picking and I'm a grinning. All right. Senate Bill 51, the senator from the 14th. You are busy this year. Good work.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This bill has come before this committee, I believe, 5 or 6 years now, and we successfully moved it over to the House. There was some concern, but I come before you now where we have not only bipartisan support coming out of the Education Committee, but Georgia High School Association actually came and testified, and we worked in collaboration, and they supported the bill as well. What the Dexter-Mosley bill is formerly known as the Tim Tebow bill, and what it does is give homeschoolers access to extracurricular activities within their school. Within it, we made some provisions. Again, we have bipartisan support on this, as well as Georgia High School Association. So with that, Mr. Chairman, I
Any questions? Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All righty, Senate Bill 89, senator from the 49th. That'd be you, Butch.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I wasn't sure if you caught that.
I was sending a love note to my wife.
I doubt that.
I heard that. I'm joking. Mr. Chairman, thank you very much. If it pleases the committee, I'd like to bring before you Senate Bill 89. It has to do with elections and priorities. The chief assistance officer would be employed by the state of Georgia within the Secretary of State's office. He would be appointed by the elections board, and it would be, of course, a nonpartisan board, and he would aid jurisdictions that are having difficulty in processing the volume of work or the accuracy of work or the consistency of their work during
What does that
elections.
mean? The aid, financially or with people?
Oh,
or-
personally. Personally, he would come out and share best practices and bring other opportunities for training and so forth for them.
All right. Any questions to the author? Hearing none, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
All right, Senate Bill 100, senator from Georgia's first city.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is one of those bills that's sort of fun that I've done. I've done a lot of bills over the years, not always fun, but I'm trying to move the ball down the road with this one. This would convert or do away with changing the clock back and forth for that 2 weeks of misery that we go through in the spring and the fall trying to get adjusted. So there is an increased number of heart attacks in the spring and so forth. I can go into that in more detail, but all this bill does is changes the standard time year-round, and when the feds allow us to go to daylight savings time, which they do not now all year round, it moves us to daylight savings time all year round.
Any questions? Senator Miller?
I just want to commend the senator from the first for bringing this bill. I have been crazy about this bill from the first day, and I appreciate you bringing it back consistently, and it'd be a great service to our communities.
Well, thank you, Mr. Pro Tem. You know, last year we ran out of steam with the pandemic, but we're charging forward this year and trying to move it across the finish line, or at least get a good conversation going about it.
And thank you for that, because, you know, I've only had a handful or two of people interested in this issue, and I really don't know how I feel about the real issue. Now, this sends it to Congress whenever they act, for us to act.
So Senator Marco Rubio, I am told, has introduced legislation because all the states around us, Tennessee, South Carolina, and Florida, have asked Congress to move on this particular issue because they all have voted to go to daylight savings time all year round. What we would do, of course, Congress has not voted to allow that.
And that's
That is
surprising that they
federal
haven't
law.
acted on something.
You would think, federal law, yeah, well.
Either
won't-
party.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
All right.
So,
Senator Calvert?
Senator, in committee, didn't they testify that if we enacted this, that the sun wouldn't rise till 8:30 in the morning in the winter months?
for daylight savings time, if you go to year-round daylight savings time, you're correct. You get more time in the evening, but it is darker at the peak, which was December 22nd, if I remember correctly, the winter solstice. It is about, the sun rises about 8:20, 8:25, 8:30, yes. That is the trade-off. Listen, we're not changing the time of anything. What should be done, and that's why I would like to move the conversation, is what should be done, and should be done now, is that shouldn't schools and businesses and hospitals, shouldn't they be adjusting the time as we go through the year because of that reason you just brought up? That's what really should be happening.
So you
Food
wouldn't
for
have
thought.
school kids waiting on the bus in pitch black dark?
No, what I am for is for school boards to get some fortitude and make changes that are in the best interest of our students. Because the fact is, I mean, if we're going to talk about school kids, is that, as you know, you've had teenagers and how they sleep till 9 or 10 o'clock at night, 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning, or maybe later. Their facilities they are growing. They need that extra time in the morning to grow and to do to metabolize their metabolism. Circadian rhythms are back in sync. So we actually should be starting school later for that particular age group. But that's what I would love to see. That's a different conversation. But to answer your question, yes, businesses and schools and hospitals should be changing and adjusting time.
Any other questions? Senator Dugan.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just to tag on with the chair's question there, during the darker or middle of winter and kids are going to school and they're getting on the school buses at like 6 o'clock in the morning, what's the light look like then?
It's already dark then, yeah, you're right.
So you're putting them, even if they don't change, I kind of like your concept of having the flexible hours. It would be a challenge for working parents, but
Yes, it is.
But once they're in the building,
They might have to have some lights on, yeah.
yeah.
Right, which
So,
they should
but
have
they're
on
already
anyway.
standing in the dark.
That's right. That's
you.
correct.
All right, hearing none. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Doctor.
Appreciate it.
Senator from the 29th, Columbus, Georgia. Senate Bill 115.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and with your permission, I'm going to take my mask off.
Yes, at the podium, it's
As
fine.
a survivor of COVID and as a proud carrier of the antibodies and as a father of a 2-year-old daughter with a compromised immune system, I promise you I'm taking every precaution
you.
necessary to prevent the President Pro Tem from having to speak on the news.
And look, do you have a bill?
I do, sir. It's Senate Bill 115. And it deals with driver's license training, as training that we want to add to our young drivers and others here in the state of Georgia, that would include a chapter in a curriculum dealing with how citizens should properly interact with law enforcement. And in order to prevent the miscommunications and confusions that have occurred over our city and state. And this will be taught in all of the driver's training programs, not only through DDS, but also through schools and the businesses that currently make money from the state dealing with DUI drivers and others.
Thanks, Senator. And our earlier statement, I just want to say, in respect to Jack Hill, that's kind of funny, wasn't it, Jack? Or wasn't it,
That's kind
Bill?
of funny, Mr.
All
Chairman.
right, I'm just going to touch on that for historic purposes.
Yes, sir.
Any questions for the author? That's good, Bill. Thanks, sir. Stay right there.
Yes.
Senate Bill 116, Senator from the 29th from Georgia's Columbus.
Yes, sir. Senate Bill 116 deals with the establishment of maternal homes established by nonprofits. These are in compliance with all rules and regulations of the communities as far as building codes and zoning, but what it does, it takes the state out of it, and it would allow any female 18 or older, whether she had children already or not, if she needed a place to go, she would be able to go to these maternity homes, live there until the child was born, and then 18 months afterwards to assist her with bonding with the child and her other children to bond with the children and help her prepare as she transitions back out. And again, these are nonprofits. These are not targeted at, it doesn't say churches, religious organizations, or any of these other groups. These are for individual groups that really want to help these ladies through this trying time.
Any question for the author? Thank you, Senator.
Thank you, sir.
The senator from the 7th, the peanut farmer. What are you, 6?
Number 9 or
Nine.
6 or
Huh?
9, one of them, 6.
6. Now, don't confuse me. All right, go ahead.
If I did it like that, it would confuse. Senate Bill 119, Mr. Chairman, would allow individual, if they so choose, within certain parameters, to burn yard debris without having to call the Georgia Forestry Commission and informing them that they were about to do such.
Now, is this year-round or just during the burn season on burn?
Year-round, as long as it complies with the EPD burn season policies that are already in place.
So that means my neighbor's going to burn his leaves in his ditch.
If it meets the requirements
Okay.
of the law.
Good answer, good answer. All right, any questions for the author? The reason I said that, we raise our windows in a kind of a moderate season, and he's always burning his leaves in his ditch so I can smell them.
I got you.
Not that that matters, but, you know. All right, moving on. Senator from the 52nd, Georgia's Rome. Senate Bill 148.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This bill would set up to do what was done 11 years ago in 2010, having a two-year study done that included the governor, economy professors appointed by the governor, lieutenant governor, speaker. We've added a fiscal expert that the minority party would put on there, and then some other appointments. Some of the things that came out of this committee last time were the energy manufacturing tax credit, the recommendation to change the way we do transportation fuel taxes, which did eventually happen, some other good things, even marketplace facilitator was talked about back then. But many people would say that were here at the time that it was an important thing in making us the #1 state to do business, and we would like to repeat that and say, what are we going to do to be competitive for the next decade?
Any question for the author? Thanks, Senator. And by the way, Senator from the 7th, were you sending a signal to Mars or some kind of spy system? I heard you're pinging over there. Okay, I'm wondering what that was. Okay, Senator from the 46th, Georgia's Athens, Senate Bill 157.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This bill will be familiar. It passed unanimously last year. It protects musical performing groups from having their name and music appropriated by other groups under false pretenses. It puts that as a deceptive trade practice under the Fair Business Practices Act.
That's a good bill. Any question for the author? All right, thank you. All right, we're fortunate to have Senator Billy Hickman. His first bill. Senator, let me give you some pointers. When you rise, hold it. Before you move up to the podium as a freshman, you have to bow to the committee. Okay, all right, good. Now you may proceed to the podium. This would be his first bill. Now, it is House Bill 265, which is a VIP bill. Senator Harper.
Mr. Chairman, did you say House bill as his first bill?
House bill. I mean, he doesn't have any bills of his own, so we got to give him something.
Okay.
You know?
I was just curious, Mr. Chairman.
I'm teasing on that, but yeah, this is a priority bill that deals with taxes, and right before tax season, got to be done. All right, Senator.
Well, thank y'all. It's a honor for me to be here today. It's an honor for me to.
You're absolutely right. It is. Keep going.
And I appreciate y'all letting me do this. As y'all know better than I do, the tax bills start out in the House Ways and Means Committee. This is House Bill 265, and it actually was passed, I guess, about a week or so ago in the House, and it's passed 166 yeses and 0 noes. The majority of this bill relates to the COVID-19 tax acts that I'll discuss with you in just a few minutes. But I just want to let you know that, you know, a lot of all this, I've done my homework on some, and
Senator, we just want a short description of the bill.
Okay.
We don't want a performance today,
Okay. That'd be for tomorrow, right?
That is funny.
Well, the real, as you recall, there were three tax acts passed last year by President Trump. And what this bill does, this allows Georgia to adhere to those tax acts.
Okay, thank you. Nothing. Anybody have any questions? Senator Anderson.
Senator, do you know anything about numbers?
About what?
Numbers.
Numbers. Yes, sir, I know something about numbers.
I mean, have you really looked at this bill thoroughly?
I have read this bill, and I've if you care to look, this I brought with me today the code sections.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
that are affected by this bill, and I'd be glad to share that with you afterward.
Any other questions? I need some questions here. Golly, we got a shy group here. Any? Okay. Senator Huffstetter. He hit me in the well this week or last week.
I just wanted to say that typically I've been carrying this bill, the Internal Revenue Code update, but they informed me, the Georgia Society of CPAs, that I had a certified professional accountant on my committee, and that he would be much better at doing this than my level of knowledge.
I don't know about that now.
Now, do you have your certification with you?
I do.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do. I got my bill.
All right. Do you know the handshake of the certified public
No,
accountant?
I don't know the Sigma handshake. I know the Sigma Nu handshake.
Okay. Well, we was hoping you'd demonstrate that for proof of your certification.
I think that carries some weight in this room.
All right. Is that a fat joke?
No, sir.
Okay. Well, I'm kind of.
No, sir.
I didn't know where you was going there. I'm insulted. All right. Is there any other questions? Senator Cowsert.
No, I was just saying that's kind of funny, Mr. Chairman.
It is. All right. Any questions? Any further questions? I would recommend you be prepared in case you're chosen for tomorrow.
I think I will.
Because I think this group is like loaded, lock and load. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Now, we normally we never take it easy on a first-time person in a while. So just prepare yourself, and hopefully they'll be nice to you tomorrow, if you get chosen.
Yeah. I took a lot of lessons from Senator Cowser today.
Well, he is a fine one to give lessons, I assure you that. Okay, be gone with you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. All right, let's pick a few. Now, they told me only to pick about 4, but let's see what we can do. Senator Elena Parent. Senator Dean Burke. 157, I'm sorry. Senate Bill 157. Senate Bill 100. Senator Harold Jones. What did I say? Oh. It's just my hick language from the mountains.
How about SB 148?
Okay, 148. Thank you, Harold Jones, Senator. John Kennedy, is he still here? Okay, there you are, right there. Looking nice today, let me say.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I didn't mean it.
How about for our good freshman senator, House Bill 265?
265, okay. All right, Senator Larry Walker, the third, LW3.
Senate Bill 51.
Senate Bill 51. All right, I'm going over. Matt Brass, save me.
Are you on the calendar?
No, just whatever you want. I'm just,
So SB 221 is not available, but,
oh, no, it's not available.
okay. Well, that was gonna be my pick, Mr. Chairman.
I know, you're picking.
Let me, help out my good friend who's the only male in the chamber shorter than me. SB 119.
I'll get you. What now?
SB 119.
119, Senator Cowsert,
Chairman, I select Senate Bill 89.
89. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's stop there. All righty, let me tell you what we're looking at for tomorrow. Senate Bill 51, Senate Bill 89, Senate Bill 119, Senate Bill 148, Senate Bill 157, and House Bill 265. Oh, we did one there. How did I do? Oh, I'm overboard. Oh well. Okay. Need a motion? Harper, second. Lee Anderson. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. All opposed, same sign. All right. Thank you. Y'all have a good day. Be careful. Do your committee work, and I'll see you bright and early tomorrow.